Start with the name of Almighty Allah, who is the most merciful, most beneficent. Assalamu alaikum educarians. How are you all? Hope you all are fine by the grace of Allah, inshallah. Dear students, as you know, this is our 7th lesson of science and we had started unit number 5 matter, and in previous lesson we discussed about matter, what is matter made up of, and states of matter. In today's lesson we are going to discuss about change of state, particles and movement. I hope you all are excited for this lesson, so let's start. The material required for this lesson is pencil, eraser, highlighter, scale, science textbook and science notebook. I hope you all collect all the things that we needed for this lesson. Firstly, we are going to revise our previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we discussed about what is matter. Anything that takes up space is matter. Everything on earth is matter. It also has weight. After that, we learn about what is matter made up of. All things around us are made up of tiny particles. These tiny particles cannot be seen by the human eye. Different things are made up of different kinds of particles. By the end of the lesson, we discussed about states of matter. Matter exists in several different forms called states. The three most familiar states are solid, liquid, and gas. Here is the content of our today's lesson. As you know, we had started unit number 5 matter, and today we are going to discuss page number 47 till 50 from textbook. Then we will do our notebook work. Today we will do I wonder on our notebook. The learning objectives of our today's lesson are: after today's lesson, you will be able to discuss how matter can change its state. You will be able to discuss how particles are packed together. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to discuss about movement of particles in matter. Now we are going to start our today's lesson. So open your science textbook from page number 47, write day, date and today's task. I hope you all collected all the things that we needed for this lesson. So let's start. Change of state. Matter can change its state. Students, underline this line. Put a glass full of ice cubes near a sunny window. After some time, you will see water in the glass. Students, you saw this many times that water changes its state. We put ice cubes in a glass, but after some times we find water instead of ice cubes. This is very common examples of change in state of matter. Our next topic is what has happened. The ice has melted. Ice is a solid. In a warm place, it becomes water, which is a liquid. We can see that water has changed its state from a solid to a liquid. Students, matter can change from one state to another. This happens when a substance is cooled or heated to a particular point. Heat can change a solid into a liquid. Underline this line. When we light a candle, the wax begins to melt. Heat can change a liquid into a gas. Underline this line. Heat some water in a kettle. As it gets hot, you will see steam rising upwards. The water is changing into steam. Water is changing from a liquid into a gas. This gas is called water vapor. The water vapor goes into the air. We cannot see it once it mixes with air. It has no color. A liquid can change into a solid by cooling. Underline this line. If we put water in an ice tray and put it into the freezer, the water becomes solid ice. Students, heat causes liquid water to evaporate or turn into water vapor, a gas. The temperature at which a liquid turns into a gas is called its boiling point. The water vapor will change back into liquid when cooled. If it is cool enough, water will freeze and become a solid. The temperature at which a liquid becomes a solid is called its freezing point. The same temperature can be considered the melting point if the temperature is increasing and causes a solid to become a liquid. Different types of matter have different boiling, melting, and freezing points. Particles and movement. Particles are always moving. Students underline this line. They bump into each other. They also slide over each other. Particles in a solid. Particles in a solid are packed very close together. They are arranged in a regular pattern. Students underline these lines. They can vibrate backwards and forwards, but they stay in the same place. That is why a solid cannot change its shape easily. Students, in solid state, the particles of matter are very close to each other, so the particles hold each other very tightly. That is, there is a strong force of attraction between them. As a result, solids have a definite shape and volume. Particles in a liquid. Particles in a liquid are close to each other. They are not arranged in a regular pattern. They can move, slide, flow over each other. Students underline these lines. That is why a liquid can change its shape as it is poured in different containers. Students, liquids contain particles that are more loosely packed than solids but still closely packed compared to gases. Particles in liquids are able to slide past each other or flow to take the shape of their container. Particles in a gas. Particles in a gas are very far away from each other. They can move about freely in any direction. Students, underline these lines. They bump into each other. They also push each other away. That is why a gas has no fixed shape. Students, the attractive forces that keep particles close together are very weak in the gas state. As a result, the particles in a gas can flow freely in every direction. Although the particles in gases are very far apart, the amount of space between them can change. Like liquids, gases can flow because their particles are free to move about, because the particles in a gas are free of attractive forces and can move easily in any direction. Remember and understand. Fill in the blanks with suitable words. A. When water is boiled, it changes to this: steam or water vapor. B. Everything on earth is made of this: particles. C. It takes up the shape of the container it is poured into: liquid. D. It cannot change its shape or size: solid. E. Its particles are very far away from each other: gas. I wonder. Here our question is, are there any spaces between the particles? Our answer is, particles in solid are packed very close together. In liquid are close to each other, and in a gas they are very far away from each other. Our today's amazing fact is, an empty space or room is never really empty. It will always be full of air. Air particles move about and fill up any empty space they find. Now it's time for your notebook work. Open your notebook. As you know, at this page you will write your index. Firstly, we will write serial number 6. After that, we will write date for which we are working. Then we will write topic. I wonder, textbook page number 49. Firstly, we will draw margin line, write day, date, and today's task. Then you will write topic, unit number 5, matter. I wonder, textbook page number 49. Here our question is, are there any spaces between the particles? Our answer is, particles in solid are packed very close together, in liquid are close to each other, and in a gas they are very far away from each other. Students, your today's tasks are: learn highlighted points from page number 47 till 50. Do I wonder from textbook page number 49 on your notebook. Do remember and understand from textbook page number 50 on your textbook. I hope you will complete these tasks with zeal and zest. I hope today's lesson was helpful for you and you all understood each and every point. I'll see you in next lesson. Take care of yourself. See you soon. Inshallah. Till that time, Allah Hafiz. Have a good day.